Welcome everyone, Deronda here with Foods 101. I've received many requests on how to make an old-fashioned 7-Up pound cake, and I'm going to show you how to do that today. For the cake part, you're going to need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of granulated sugar, 3/4 of a cup of 7-Up. You don't want to use the diet, use the regular 7-Up. 1½ cups of butter at room temperature, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 1/2 teaspoon of pure lemon extract, 5 large eggs or 6 medium eggs. For the lemon glaze, you're going to use 1½ cups of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of fresh lemon juice, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of 7-Up, depending on the consistency of your lemon glaze. So let me show you how we're going to make this cake part. In a large bowl, I'm adding that room temperature butter. You see how nice and soft that is? That's what you're looking for. And you can also put your butter in the microwave and nuke it 5 or 10 seconds at a time till you get this texture. I'm adding all 1½ cups. Add your granulated sugar. Beat until nice and fluffy. This will take about 1 minute. At this point, start adding 1 egg at a time. I put my eggs in a measuring cup so it's much easier to add to my butter sugar batter. Add your second. And the rule is, beat it until you can no longer see the egg yolk and white. Add your third, fourth, and fifth. Continue scraping down the sides of your bowl and beat for an additional 1 minute. That's looking luscious. I'm adding that 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract with a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon extract. Beat these ingredients into your butter sugar mixture. Be sure to scrape down the sides of your bowl. That looks fabulous. Time for that 7-Up. We're going to open it. Add 3/4 of a cup into a measuring cup because we're going to alternate the 7-Up with the 3 cups of flour. Add a cup of your flour along with the 1/3 of that 7-Up. Ooh, I love how it bubbles like that with your hand mixer, or you can use a KitchenAid. You're going to combine these ingredients. When you can no longer see that flour or 7-Up, it's time to add the additional 1 cup of flour. And I'm adding the salt at this time, along with another 1/3 of that 7-Up. Beat this until you no longer see the flour and 7-Up. Fantastic. Adding the remaining flour and the remaining 7-Up. Beat it until you can no longer see that flour and 7-Up. Be sure to scrape down the sides of your bowl as you go. There it is, our old-fashioned 7-Up cake batter, and look how rich and luscious that is. Woo! It's gonna be a fantastic moist cake. This is time for its baking pan. I've greased and floured a 10-cup Bundt pan or tube pan, whichever one you'd like. I'm spooning that luscious old-fashioned 7-Up pound cake batter right here into this tube pan. Add it evenly. Give your pan a tap to be sure to get all the air bubbles out. With a knife, we're going to go around 10 or 15 times so you won't have any little air bubbles in there as it bakes. You just want to make sure you break up those air bubbles. Give it a tap again. And this is off to a preheated 350-degree Fahrenheit oven on the middle rack for the next 1 hour and 15 to 20 minutes. Use your timer and no peeking. 7-Up cake has baked and my whole house is smelling fantastic. Check for doneness using a toothpick. Stick it in. Ooh, that top was nice and crunchy. If there was any batter on that toothpick, we'd stick it back in the oven for a few minutes. No batter on it, so we're gonna let this cool in its pan for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm using a plastic knife. This plastic knife will not scratch your baking pan. Be sure you get into the center. Hold that knife as close to that center. Oh, you can hear that crunch on the cake there. We're gonna give it a little jiggle. Take that cooling rack, flip it upside down, and there, voila, is our fantastic 7-Up pound cake. I'm gonna let this cool for a few minutes while I show you how to make that lemon glaze. To make the glaze, I'm gonna cut the lemon in half. You can use a fork to get the fresh juice out, or you can just go ahead and use this juicer until you get all this fantastic fresh lemon juice. And we're gonna pour it right here into the powdered sugar. Get seeds in it, You can go ahead and dig them out later because you're going to see it. Then we're going to add our tablespoon of 7-Up, and with a whisk, we're going to start incorporating these 3 ingredients. We're going to use about anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons. When your glaze is looking like this, and I see that seed has surfaced, I'm just going to remove it from a fork. Now, if you want to use a sieve to strain the seeds from your lemon juice, you may, and it'll keep you from having to dig out your seeds out of your lemon glaze here. Now, back with that cake. I'm going to add it to a serving plate before I add the glaze. And here we go. Oh my gosh, that cake is going to be so lovely and crunchy. I just removed a little piece of cake there from the side. And now we can just glaze it back and forth until it is just going to absorb down into our lukewarm cake. You can have a little dripping down the side of your pound cake. I'm going to let this sit up for about 15 minutes before I dig into it. I'm going to cut into this cake. It's still a little warm. I've only let it cool for about 30 minutes. Not much, but it's going to be nice and warm. And let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh my, ooh, and that glaze. It's just slip sliding, and yes, it's still super duper warm. See how lovely and moist that is, and it just springs back. Now, it won't be falling apart once it cools down, but it's still super warm right now. Wow. Tastes like a glazed donut with a touch of lemon. You won't go wrong with this old-fashioned 7-Up pound cake. That glaze with that fresh lemon just puts the 7-Up pound cake over the top with flavor. I'm Deronda with Foods 101. Leave me a comment, give me thumbs up, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, y'all, and I'll catch you lovely people later.